Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Truth for Today. My name is Mike Ellenis. I'm glad you've tuned in today. Today's verse comes from Zechariah chapter 8. I'm going to read to you verse 6. This is what it says. This is what the Lord of Heaven's armies says. All this may seem impossible to you now, a small remnant of God's people, but is it impossible for me, says the Lord of Heaven's armies. If you stop and think about this, in the context, the Israelites were engaging in a huge project to rebuild the broken temple. Now that may not mean much to you now, but the concept of what God is communicating through this verse is so relevant to you and I today. These people were embarking in a project that seemed so impossible. They faced tons of opposition. They were discouraged. They were outnumbered. There were kings, political powers that were fighting against them completing their work. And the reason it's relevant to us today is our Bibles are full of magnificent promises from God to us for our lives. And when we look at some of those promises, they seem really impossible and unlikely. And what happens is the enemy of our souls would try to discourage us in such a way that we look at God's truth and it seems too impossible, too far-fetched, because we can't do it ourselves. And what the enemy would have us do is he would have us focus on what seems to be impossible. But God would say to you today, friends, he would say, is it impossible for me? It may seem impossible for you, but it is not impossible for me. Now, I don't know what magnificent promise you're banking on, whether it be healing, financial provision, help with parenting, help with a marriage, or anything else in between. But the word of the Lord for you today, my friend, is God would say, is it impossible for me? And of course the answer is no. He's capable of all things and he loves us. So I pray that this will help you to have a mindset change when it comes to God's promises, where you're banking on his truth and trusting in his ability to do the impossible. I hope this truth for today has blessed your life, and I'll see you next time.